Ever since I had Swiftlane added to our property, it has been a game changer. The main features that I think stand out is the face recognition. That is not something that you see in other systems around. The other is the interface between the portal itself and the setup, as well as the app. Tenants are finding it super user-friendly. They're able to quickly set up another user. Currently in my properties, I have DoorKing, I have ButterflyMX, and I have Swiftlane. So the main difference between all those three is the interface as well as the features that they provide. So for me specifically, I've noticed that with Swiftlane, they're on the back end for property management. They are able to tap into our back-end system and pull daily reports of tenants who are at the property to then reload them into the Swiftlane system. So that cuts out time for me to have to manually upload or delete people who have either moved out or new tenants that are moving in. I'm Nelly Litovskaya. I am the Senior Property Manager at To Be Living. I have been at To Be Living for almost 5 years. I am overseeing 26 properties. That's almost 300 units, and those are varied properties from condos and duplexes all the way to multifamily with commercial properties as well. So for me, I really hone in on making sure that my properties are on autopilot. I think the best way to know that a property is running right is if you can step back and not touch anything, and then for a few days, everything just kind of goes smoothly. Industry standard has always been the DoorKing system, and while DoorKing is good for something that's basic and it's reliable for just generic entry, the main thing we've been using at our properties has been DoorKing. However, we're slowly starting to shift out of it because of the fact that it doesn't offer accessibility, but also reliability that we're seeing. Currently with DoorKing systems, because they're older, you have to physically go to the properties and manually create codes, create resident information, and then sometimes that system does go offline because it is connected to a landline, which isn't really optimal. We are at the mercy of the vendor. So sometimes, in my experience, it's taken us sometimes between 2 to 3 weeks just to get someone to come out. With the legacy systems that have been in place throughout San Francisco that I've seen, the main cost was the downfall for them in our experience. We have to not only pay, for example, AT&T copper lines, which sometimes run us between $160 to $300 depending on what the plan is, and then you have to pay an additional $56 in my case currently for the actual DoorKing online system. So between that, you're roughly spending about average around like $250 just to have this system in place. Everything starts at the door. After we put the Swiftlane system in, we received so much feedback saying how incredible the system has been, how easy it's been to use, and also how much time it saved for tenants. In San Francisco, there have been a huge amount of break-ins into those intercoms, and the cost of those repairs were costing us $1,000 because they put some jelly solution in there which completely shuts down the electrical wire components and releases the door. So the door is completely open to anyone. With us having to fix it immediately, that was a huge cost on us multiple times over. So just on that alone, we saved $3,000 because we had to spend it every single month that we had that intercom broken into. So for example, we had a tenant that said her doorbell kept ringing and she didn't know what was happening. I was able to log into Swiftlane, easily go in to the live feed, and then go through the live feed without any issue and see who was at the door to go into the property at the time that she reported those instances. We've noticed that ever since we added the Swiftlane system, our maintenance costs have gone down extremely. For multifamily property managers like myself, where I'm multi-site and I have multiple properties spread out across San Francisco, the number one benefit is that you don't have to go on site to allow access, to allow any troubleshooting to happen. It saves an incredible amount of time, which we already are very short on. And for me, for example, I'm in meetings all day. I have ownership calls. I have tenants that call me. I have my team that relies on me. And the last thing that I have is time to drive out to a property to provide entry to maintenance or a vendor or the fire department or just a tenant is locked out. This has been a huge relief off of me. From the beginning until now, I'm able to actually be able to talk to a live person that's here, that's listening, that takes it the same seriousness as I do without having to brush me off or essentially say, okay, we're gonna work on it. I have immediate responses, and I was able to build that trust with Swiftlane. And for me, there's a lot of companies. You can go with anybody. But in my opinion, I think having reliability in the team that you're working with, just like you work with in your internal team, is important. And I think with Swiftlane, having that dependability is extremely important, and that's what I've encountered. So I think if you're making a decision, base it off of how you would function in your team, and they are just another extension of that team for you.